Big concerns with fires in Arizona. So Tiffany is joining us from the State Department of Forestry and Fire Management. It's hard for me to say since you've added that part to forestry. You got to be concerned this early in the season with this many fires, right?
Exactly. I mean, we're 200 fire increase from this time last year. So, our fires are burning very quickly. They're burning very hot. They're spreading very rapidly, and they're showing signs of erratic fire behavior. So, yes, we are concerned, and that's why we're urging the public to please do their part to help us decrease the fire activity.
You see this coming, but there's not much you can do if the public doesn't help. We had wet winter. A lot of green, turns brown, and now it burns. Chains on trailers, grinders. What are some of the things people are doing that they just need to either stop or really be careful with?
We've had a lot of, our roadside fires are probably one of the biggest, components of our fires every year. We have fires caused by dragging chains, people working outdoors using a torch, grinding metal, an escaped debris barrel, things of that nature. So it's really important that the people pay attention when they're working outdoors, pay attention to the weather, be vigilant, stay alert, and try to avoid doing those things during the hottest part of the day. Shoot for first thing in the morning or early afternoon, late afternoon, early evening.
And it's things people don't think about, like securing a load on a trailer. When something flies off a trailer, sparks in the road, shocked that starts a fire, but that's all it takes here, right?
It's all it takes. Our fuel is dried out. A lot of the vegetation along the highways is the fine fuel, so it's the grass. It dries out very quickly. It doesn't hold a lot of moisture to begin with. So when we saw all of the green grasses and the beautiful, flowers in the springtime, we hit 100 degrees at the end of April, too early for that kind of temperature, dried out everything very quickly, and now we're in this situation. So it's just really important that people pay attention to what they're doing.
So how many firefighters are active right now?
We have 2,000 plus firefighters spread out across the state of Arizona.
Wow. That's a huge number, and it's so early in the season. That's got to be a big concern for exhaustion and the things, because it's already hot, fire burning, and then you're wearing gear. That's got to be so tough.
Absolutely. And, our crews every day are bouncing around from one new start to another new start on top of the crews that are assigned to the larger scale fires. So we've got all of these crews spread out thin. Our aviation, we're utilizing aviation on a lot of our fires as well. And fires are now competing for resources. So one fire might need a, hotshot crew. Another fire might need that same hotshot crew. So it's all, now everyone's competing for these resources in Arizona.
Let's touch on the curiosity, because you don't blame people. I mean, it's an awesome, and I mean huge thing to see, the drones. I mean, people can't get that message enough, can they?
No, they can't, and that's one of the biggest problems and the safety issues that we have on the drone on our fires. Is everybody can go buy a drone now. You can get one at the local big box retailer. So you can get a drone. People are flying them. They want some cool pictures, cool video, and none of that is worth the risk. We have to ground all of our aircraft. If there's a drone in our airspace, we have to stop all of our suppression. So what does that mean? That means our firefighters stop working. The aircraft gets grounded. Now those fires are starting to grow. They're getting bigger. Almost maybe moving into a residential area, affecting structures and things of that nature. So it's a huge safety risk for everybody involved.
All right, anybody near the fire, what can they be doing? But people knowing fires moving forward, preventative measures that everybody can take.
So one of those things that we preach throughout the year is creating defensible space. That's just basically basic landscaping around your property, creating that buffer zone between your house and a fire, removing any sort of flammable material from around your property. If you've got firewood stacked up against your home, move it out at least 30 feet, move away the barbecue grills, clear off your porches, your decks, the roofs, anything that could start a fire or an ember could start a fire on your property. So that's, step one, is create that defensible space, because that allows firefighters to get into your property safely and protect your property.
I appreciate the time. I know this has got to be running you ragged, but thanks for sharing the information.
Thank you.
I'll be back.